Scion plus whatever Raptor transforms into when Vikla gets a charm, for example, the fights can look very clean. Also, the early skirmishing power of this Alistar, the ability of a Scion to rotate into team fights with his ultimate also feels very good.
Here against T1.
That flash from Guma may have just saved this whole
That was
early
as
game.
late as you could possibly flash that.
It almost looked like Kellen messed it up. You know?
Yeah. Well, he's Hex flashing now. Headbutt Pulp comes in. The Ignite is going to be cleansed, and first blood goes to Diablo. Make that another 2v2 kill here for Kellen and Diablo in the bottom lane.
There are so many Zeri all-in angles you can have. Gooly Donut's not my favorite flavor, but...
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of Bazinga onto Gumayusi there, who comes back licking his wounds here with a cull in his back pocket. BF sword there. I've seen this play before, ladies and gentlemen, and Gumayusi, nothing he can do about it. No cleanse, no flash, no chance, as Raptor turns into a Jinx and says, Carrier, there's nothing you can do. Again, and it worked beautifully, as it generally would if you now don't have as many resources to put into it on the side of T1. I don't necessarily know what Gumayusi was supposed to do, but maybe just not being there.
I think they can go ahead and commit to this dive.
There is a cow down here as well as, oh dear, Roar the Slayer going to slow them down as meanwhile the fight continues. Doran gonna have to flash away. Is the flash out from clear as well, but Doran in so much trouble. It's Raptor that goes down first though, and Doran will survive.
For that time. But they ended up turning it into something as Vikla looking for an angle over the traps.
Yeah, manages to get the charm in onto Carrier, who is definitely going to be dead. But does Gumayusi go down as well? That's the question. The answer's no, as Raptor wanting to grab himself one. They are going to at least use the wild growth. But Carrier, he knows that he's dead. And it's going to be Raptor that eventually locks that kill down.
Vikla just passed the traps there from Guma. BNK do end up getting another plate for Vikla. They're going to grab these grubs, as you mentioned. Will be 3 for them to even it up.
Yep.
And, you know, the plays we're seeing, the rotations we're seeing, the communication between the squad makes them honestly look like the more well-coordinated team today, which is somewhat understandable.
Yep, and he's won a couple of world championships, I think, relatively recently, if memory serves. Now Ona is just going to get headbutted out of the pit and just gets back in. Safeguards out, and that's what Lee Sin can do, ladies and gentlemen. The very comfy lockdown of the Dragon. It's a Cloud Soul to finish us off for this series. Yorick wants to spend his entire time in a side lane, and it makes this Jinx pick kind of awkward. As, speaking of side lanes, Doran is going to be in one. And it does put down the Ghoulie wall. There's the knock-up. Flash actually has to be invested here as Raptor still looking for it. He flashes forward, doesn't get the stun, but he gets into melee range, and the Maiden not going to be enough to save him. Down to the bottom side goes Diablo as well, as I just choke on myself.
I have one right now. But later on, they have a lot of angles as Doran is once again under fire.
Into the baby cage! Still gonna get knocked up by the Scion. Raptor is tanking this turret for way too long, but still able to go untargetable. Takes down the Yorick, and now Faker's teleported in. 0 mana, but the gravity field is too good, and the Chaos Storm is better! Ona comes down to protect, and they do go 1-for-1 in the trade.
Choke point on the Zeri. I think T1 definitely should just back away. Doran's going to get a turret on the other side of the map, and you can see Guma channeling that back, looking for his second item here. I think this was absolutely the right call. Doesn't quite have...
There we go.
Okay.
Thanks, Raptor.
Doesn't quite have the IE, but does pick up the BF sword. Game as he has many times on the Jinx in the past. But if he gets charmed, if he gets caught, if he gets hit by the Alistar, if he's caught by a flank from clear, if he gets picked first, the team just falls apart.
Oh, Kellen has the headbutt back, and that's the charm delivery. The chain CC, gorgeous, as Raptor comes in.
That's mid-turret.
Yeah, and also they've got a Rift Herald, so Diablo will be able to finish this off. They get another charm on the inner turret, and BNK all of a sudden jumping out to a gigantic lead because Atakan's on the bottom side of the map. They've got a Drake down, Drake down there as well.
Atakan is going to, in this case, be a more high value. Diablo's here.
Yeah, he's going to split them up as well as the ulti comes through. Diablo almost just dead by Faker. Headbutt Pulverize comes in. The knockup's down as well, but the wild growth is so good. Faker in melee range is not exactly where he wants to be.
And he's still doing this.
Is going to take him down.
He's still on this Atakan. I don't think he can do it alone, but man, he is holding it. He was hoping they were going to win that fight a little bit faster. He's still going to hold the aggro here.
Yeah, Vikla turns up. And
yeah.
You saw Vikla was so animated in the player camps there as well because they know they're losing things on the other side of the map. That is outer turret and inner turret on the top side. But Atakan is claimed. They're able to take down Faker as well.
Dragon is still up as Guma in danger.
Yeah, Kellen knows that he's not on vision, has Hex Flash up and available. Melee champions up against Faker, who does have a lot of range damage that they don't necessarily want to deal with, or do they? Perhaps they're going to be able to take it.
I think looking back at it, it was absolutely the right call for T1 to try to push that mid turret, hold the Otacon, keep it leashed as, nice try, but keep it leashed and still deal with the push in mid is just incredible. Like, the decision making that has to go into that is a lot, and it's not something I thought going into today that BNK was capable of as Faker.
Yeah, there's a Hex Flash. The immediate answer from Carrier is good, but that's an ulti in trade for a Hex Flash. Or at least there is an ult coming out from Kellen as well. He's now looking to try and make something of it. As Diablo doing some work, Headbutt Pulverize, gets the cow in there. Another knockup as Doran is going to get thrown back. And there's the first kill for the reset composition. BNK not going to be able to find too much more, but taking down Doran after getting the flash is huge. Roger teleports on the map, but there's no anything to teleport to. As Kellen's going to come on over, he finds Ona, the headbutt brings him out, but it's Gumayushi that's the target, and they come in from every angle. Faker teleports into his death, and now T1 are scattering. They have nowhere to go. The charm lands from Vikla. Ona's trying to safeguard his way out, but it's more like Dangerous Guard in this game as BNK leave only the blind man alive and look to beat T1 in their second match of week 3.
Like the blind man, they had no vision. They couldn't see anything, and it's the Zeri Ari engage onto the Jinx that they just didn't see coming. Guma felt like he was far enough away they could be doing Baron. Growth alone is not enough to save the Jinx, and this teleport from Faker was desperation, but it did not put him where he wanted to go, and now with no damage, it is just a fun house here for Diablo and for Vikla to clean up, and that goes straight to Baron and take it in live. Faker has
testing the waters.
He has no defensive items. I mean, he's got Merc Treads, I'll give you that, but he's got to play so carefully here, trying to clear this wave, unsuccessful at defending the inhibitor.
And it all has to be 4v5, because the only thing Doran can do is split push.
Yeah, he can't fight. And Vikla is just going to take this turret out. BNK, once again, just like game 2, playing it slow, not willing to give T1 the opportunity to get back into this game, to find an angle to engage.
Well, we're going to move Doran in. Does have that home guard as he's booking it towards the rest of his team. Faker going to get engaged on, but no charm going to land. That's a great interruption once again. Every wild growth has been great here from Carrier. Just hasn't been enough. The Maiden going to be taking out more money over to BNK. Another charm is going to go wide as the Scion also goes wide. Has to flash away. Kick into the Flame Chompers is kind of cute as Kellen gets a headbutt. But T1, yes, they're beating them around, and Clear will go down. But it's in trade immediately. Both top laners, and Diablo loves this kind of craziness. As the Orbit Deception comes in, and now BNK with some free time. That charm going to land as Ona goes down. And BNK, I think they've done it. The Nexus is exposed, and Diablo keeping them on the fountain. And will be able to take down the Nexus. BNK!
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.